All right, welcome back to the second live stream of the day or the night over here on SCS Combat, and now we're back for UFC Houston Strickland versus Hernandez, but more importantly, Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight world title going down later tonight. Let's go. We are perfectly timed as we are just about to start. Sergey Spivak versus Ante Delija. We had a bit of a delay on the live stream. It's supposed to go live at 1. Apparently, there's only been 2 finishes on this card of the UFC. And because it's like up first, I obviously have a limited amount of live stream time. Not for technical reasons, not other reasons, because I'll be up to 6 in the morning, anyways, probably. You know, there was a delay a bit, so we're back. Round 1 is about to get underway. And I forgot that I do a round time stuff. Right, there we go. Round 1 underway. Big head kick early from Ante Delija. Obviously stopped last time by Waldo Costa after getting a stoppage himself in the same fight, which is crazy, but that shows the unpredictability of the sport. Nice job there from Ante Delija or Spivak. 1-2 from Delija now. Nice job, right hand again for Delija. Looking way quicker and thrown with heavy intent already at the start of this fight. A nice job from Spivak though. A bit of redden on the face of Alicia. Maybe a tiny cut in the forehead there. Delicia's Spivak lands another nice job. And obviously we've seen his teammate Tom Aspinall beat Spivak in a very convincing fashion quite early, quickly. Like he did as Delicia just landed a nice uppercut. Nice tape kick to the body as well. Right hand over the top for Delicia, and that one stuns Spivak. There's a nice right hand though on the inside from Spivak. Oh, Delicia was going to go for the counter right hand there, but Spivak seen that. There's a nice job from Delicia, and again, doubles up on that. Spivak responds with a left hook. Nothing happening here at all. For me. Right, there's a nice up jab from Delicia as he goes to the hook. Both tries miss, but Delicia does get 2 hooks in on the inside. Nice jab again from Spivak though. 1-2 misses for Delicia. And you gotta wonder, Delicia is bound to be absolutely going for a knockout here because of the way his last fight went. Got a lot of blood and reddening on the face of him already. Spivak got a cut above his eye. Can't really tell if it's a cut or if it's blood from Delicia, who's bleeding over his eye. There's a nice jab again from Delicia. With fires trading jabs again. I mean, Delicia's been going for this round, but Spivak's been working away silently. Good shots in the jab again there. Delicia missed the right hand. This is kind of like, no offense, no offense to him, like, but if you're gonna get to the top levels of the heavyweight division, Spivak is usually a fighter that you have to beat and beat pretty well. So this fight will tell us a lot about how good Ante Delija really is. Nice job from both fighters, but the one from Spivak definitely landed with more impact. Oh, there's a nice up jab again from Delisha though. Going to look like it maybe stuns Spivak or a bit of loss of balance going backwards. An uppercut again from Delisha. Delisha is apparently 11 and 59 in significant strikes. Spivak is 19 of 43. Blood from the forehead of Spivak now. Or over kind of over his left eye towards the side. A lot of blood in the face of Ante which is not good for him at the end of this first round as he throws another head kick and gets hit with another clean jab from Spivak. Probably 1-0 Spivak there. I think he landed the more impactful shots, I would say. Dangerous stoppage in the fight before this. Kobe Smith, I think it was, or Jacoby. Wait, did I say his name wrong? Or second name? No, 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 we're good. Jacoby Smith. Um, he actually like got a takedown in the ground and pound and knocked the fighter out, knocked his opponent out pretty much instantly with the ground and pound, like on the third shot maybe. And then his opponent talk about for near 10 more after that, which isn't good for him. Referee was very late stopping that one. Round two about to get underway here. Jobs again for both fighters. Overhand and up jab misses for Delija. That up jab misses again, along with a swinging right hook behind it. Vivek doing well so far, controlling the range. Jab again from Spivak. Maybe prime Spivak right here. Might they just tell us the commentators? Fair enough. Commentators tonight, John Anik. Forgot already. I think good. We'll see Michael Bisping and Paul Felder. There we go. Recovery there of the memory. UFC's in Houston tonight. I'll be completely honest, I don't know too much about Houston. Ante Delija Nan's a nice job there. The voice of Dane Thomas is always in the corner. Never leaves. Never goes away. And that's why oh, huge right hand for Spivak. Yeah, shout out Dane Thomas. I was not an insult. Oh, huge right hand for Delija. That one stuns Spivak. Spivak responds with another two right hands of his own though. Now they get to war. This is what we want from heavyweights. Come on. Front kick miss for Delija. Top five rarest moves at heavyweight. That's up there with good cardio and fun anti wrestling, pretty much. There's a nice right hand again from Spivak. I actually want to talk about so after this, honestly, there'll be a break, and I want to talk about the Gable Stevenson and his performance. There's a nice 1-2, and that one hurts Spivak, and a right hook behind it, and Spivak's hurt here. There's a 1-2 hook again, and another right hook from Delija, and a huge right hand again on the inside, and he's going to war now, but he's winning it. Uppercuts now in the clinch, hooks around the side, and into the clinch. That is not good. Spivak went for the trip. Spins Delija around now on the cage. He's in the clinch, but he was badly hurt there. See here, significant strikes in the first round, 20-13 for Spivak. In the second round, 14-25 for Delija. Number 9 versus number 7 ranked here. Good matchmaking. And a good fight for Delija to get back into to prove he's still at that level. You know, Waldo is now way higher ranked. Good couple of shots here in the clinch from Spivak. 30 seconds to go. See if Delija can break and build on what he did. Separates from the clinch, and here we go. 10 seconds left. He's going to get right back to work well, so straight in the pressure again. Job. A lot of damage to the face of Delija, but I think that might have been his round because he did hurt him. And it was pretty close before that. Oh, by his name. So I have this fight, one apiece going into the third and final round. Let's see who gets it. Can Delija get the finish? Maybe Spivak lands a counter punch to get the finish. Or who wins on the scorecards? We're about to find out. Let's go. Round 3 underway. Let's go say round 5 there. Nice job from Delija. Nice right hand from Spivak and a leg kick now. Watching heavyweights actually put on a good fight is rare, but entertaining when it happens every once in a while. Right hand falls short for Spivak. Again, he's up against the cage now. See what Delija can do here with the pressure on the front foot. Right hand misses again. Spivak. Four punch combination misses for Spivak. Previously, I've seen Spivak in his fights get tired early. This is all, or not get tired early. Oh, yeah, get tired early. In my opinion, this would be the best chance for Delija to finish him. Probably more tired in his third round. Sure, both fighters are, but So we'll see what happens here. Right hand misses again for Spivak. Goes in for the double leg, near gets it. Not quick enough though. Underhooks for Delisha. 3 minutes left to go. Let's see if anyone can make some sort of impact. Spivak still trying to get in on that single leg. He gets the leg. But let's go. Going for the double leg again. Spivak gets the double leg. Now what can he do here? Delisha's got one of his hands. Delisha's not the favourite right now. Let's see what Spivak can do here. He's on top. He's in half guard. See if he can land some elbows. The mouth guard. Oh, Delisha comes out, but he's just going to have to deal with that for now. As his opponent is in a pretty dominant position on the ground. Had to work to get there. The referee calls for a break in the action, gives him his mouthpiece back. Back to work though for Spivak. Delisha on 2 knees now. See if he can stand up here. 1 knee. Needs the thigh from Spivak. And Delisha gets up. Spivak goes for the trip again. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it again. Doesn't get it again. Got the body lock now in the separate from the clinch, and Delisha has to go here because he's down now in this round and now in the fight. Whatever he's got left, he's got to give it. Spivak's tired. Breathing heavy through that mouth. The 1-2 from Delisha. Great shots. Jab again from Delisha. Mouth guard comes out again. Got to bite down on that thing. Get a new mouth guard for the next fight, anyways. Up jab misses for Delisha. Got 45 seconds to make this count. It's a nice jab from Spivak though. Delisha needs something big here, last 30 seconds. There's a right hand to the body from Delisha. Jab again though from Spivak. Hook from Spivak. Delisha's trying to get inside, but he just can't get his shots to land. Ten seconds. Can he do it? Get the finish? Don't think he will. Here, there's an up jab though, and that one stuns. Spivak maybe finally causes some damage. Overhand from Spivak. That was a close exchange there at the end to finish the fight. And that is 2-1 Spivak, in my opinion. So. So I have that one 2-1 Spivak. I thought Delisha would get that one done. But I don't think he will here. But to hear the official decision in a minute. We're back. Good fight earlier on between Lee Wood and Josh Warrington. But pretty comfortable victory from Lee Wood. Won every round or won 11 out of 12 of the rounds on 2 scorecards, and then 9 out of 12 on the other one. So pretty comfortable decision victory there for Lee Wood. No complaints. Pretty clear victory for him. Yeah, it was a good fight. Warrington, you could just tell maybe that style finally wasn't able to be carried out anymore. But here's the official decision. And finally, there's the win. Sergey Spivak gets the victory. 30-27 on one of the cards, which is crazy in my opinion. I know he was doing good in the second round, but he near got stopped towards the end. So 30-27 is a bit far, but he does win via 30-27, 29-28, and two of the other scorecards. Unanimous decision. Put the tweet out here. All right, so there we have it. Vivek gets the victory. I would have picked Delicia in that fight. So look, that was pretty impressive from Vivek. Great range control with his jab, stuff like that. Was done a lot of damage to the face of Spivak of Delicia. And there's Waldo Cortez Costa covering up one eye. Obviously, he's calling for that shot at Tom Aspinall. Yaya Rodriguez as well, obviously the former interim champion there in the crowd. Ruslan Nunez, two-time UFC strawweight world champion, 15-8 record. You know that shows kind of the thing with MMA that your record isn't the most important thing. It's the fights you put on. Rose has been in a lot of good fights and had a lot of good performances, especially at the highest level. Up next is Dan Ige against. Just put up the graphic and then took it away against Costa, and yeah, should be a good fight. Danny Gay has changed his name to 100K Danny Gay, as we know the bonuses went up, so that's his reason for that. Able to drop around Murphy, a lot of power in those hands. And obviously, he stepped them before on 2 hours notice or something like that against Diego Lopez. Costa, on the other hand, is coming off arguably knockout of the year with just an absolutely brutal head kick KO. Unbelievable knockout. Yeah, this one, I'm smelling a finish, and this card needs it desperately. So yeah, let's get into it. Oh, we're waiting for it. Who's on the topic of we just had a heavyweight fight? Gable Steveson just fought the other night again, and he is known for being kind of John Jones's teammate, but also or not teammate, but being like guided by John Jones or maybe coached by John Jones, but also one of the like up and coming future bright stars of the heavyweight division. He's an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. Now, so far, I'm pretty sure Gable Steveson had his first MMA fight. He knocks the person out with a left hook and then takes him down as your man is falling, as his opponent is falling. Your man is a common saying that I replace names with. But is he caught his opponent falling from the knockout with a takedown? It went viral and everyone was saying about it, how unbelievable it was and all this here. Then he goes out and wins with a stoppage again in dirty boxing, which is obviously not MMA. So we're not we're not too concerned about that. But then, you know, he had his third fight and his third win, 3-0 now at the weekend. Or in the past weekend, the past week. However, was interesting at points. He got the finish and he got the stoppage and he was ground and pound, but this was the first signs of maybe his weaknesses have been shown. Where his opponent, who's obviously not there to win, really just there to build up the record. If we're going to be honest here, because this is how the fight game works. None of us are stupid, and we all know that's how it works. There to build the record. He's there so Gable Stevenson can finish him, and he's nowhere near the athlete of Gable Stevenson. Should be no problem until he's spinning wheel kicks, Gable Stevenson clean on the chin, and that's where things get interesting because for so long, you've seen it, and Joe Rogan knows what he's looking at. No offense to him, this is my opinion, just and you've seen the likes of fighters. Well, to be fair, he's got a couple of black belts probably lying about to Joe Rogan, but not a UFC fighter. You know, that's not what it is. I was gonna say you've seen people like Joe Rogan, and I have maneuvered into fighters, but you see people like Joe Rogan talking about how Gable Stevenson belongs at that top level already, and he's already there. When he had him on the podcast, he was saying, "I didn't believe it yet because you need that fully. You just need to see." And this could lead me on to another topic before our next fight. You just need to see someone develop, someone get where they need to be until you go right, comfortable level, UFC, and then you can really work your way up to improve through the higher levels as you work up to that top level. If 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 he was as rushed along as people want him to be, for example, like Bo Nickel, he probably would have just got spin a wheel kick KO'd by Cyril Gane, you know, overhand right, shadow realmed by Derek Lewis. Like, this is not what you need for your next up and coming big heavyweight. So that's the situation with him. But he did get the win, and he's going to improve over time. So you've got to let him develop, in my opinion. That's just that. You have to let him develop, or else you end up with a Bo Nickel situation where the hands don't come along as much as the wrestling is, and the wrestling's maybe not as effective anymore once you get to that level. And then, certain things start to happen. But still promising, still undefeated, and still a good fighter so far. Still got that wrestling, just need a second for the hands to come along. Alright, kill the tape. 34 for Dan Ige, 29 for Costa. 3-inch height advantage for Costa at 5'10", and an equal reach advantage, 71 inches reach each. 19 and 10 for Dan Ige. I think it might have been 20 something in 7 for Costa. I think that's it. Got a different colour trim tonight. It's a kind of blue and blue or green and blue, and 25 and 7 record for Costa. He gets introduced here. But yeah, sort of on that topic of fighters just like timing being everything. Paddy McCrory won the UFC one day, no doubt about it. One day, Paddy McCrory won the Cage Warriors middleweight title tonight via spectacular knockout in the first round. What a finish! Congratulations to him and the new. But he's had his chances. He's still developing. I don't even know if he's fully had 10 pro MMA fights yet, but still getting there. And tonight he finally achieved a goal that he's been wanting to do. But that just kind of shows fighters go through bumps in the road. You need to just give them time, let them get there. Obviously, he was in the Ultimate Fighter, made it to the semis, then he was in DNY's Contender Series and won. Obviously, just didn't please Dana White enough, which happens sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Poor as Finney had to come back 3 times. That's just the way it goes sometimes. And there's no doubt about it now. He's more developed. He's trained. He's given it his all, like he always does. I'm sure, but he got the knockout tonight to win the title, and I'm sure the UFC will be in his future. Just wanted to mention that. Shout out to him. And he's another fighter that continues to get better, along with Fight Academy Ireland as well. So great coaches over there. And big news: Paul Hughes returns soon. We'll talk about that in a minute. Round one has been underway for 25 seconds. There's a low kick for Costa. Ige responds with one, fires in the clinch here. Or Ige's going for that trip and he gets it. Brilliant trip there from Ige as he looks to move into half guard here. Great defense from Costa, who's got a leg and he might be going for a heel hook here. Nope. Trying to get up. There's ground and pound shot from Ige though. Needed the body now from both fighters. Ige going for that trip again. His shoulder shot from Ige there. That's good work. Did not do pretty brutal damage before, you know. Actually seen Nick Diaz using it back in his career. Shout out to him. Seems to be doing better. Costa gets the trip now though. Needed the body. He gets reverses him in the clinch though. Yeah, Nick Diaz seems to be doing better these days. Obviously, you gotta hope for the best for everyone. And looking back when you watch fighters, Nick Diaz's style in his prime was kind of one of the most entertaining fighters about. He's a very good fighter. Costa now reverses the clinch, but he also used shoulder shots. And then obviously, more famously, McGregor in the Cowboy fight. Kind of, I mean, he done a lot of damage with those shots to Cowboy's face. Apparently, he's going to return as well soon. So some huge. I mean, there will be some huge announcements for MMA coming up because the White House card, obviously. But we also just got Joshua Van's first title defense announced for his flyweight UFC title, and that will be against Tatsuro Taira. So yeah, should be good. Try to separate from the clinch here. 2 minutes 20 seconds out to go. Head kick attempt from Costa's blocked. Oh, as we know, it's still dangerous from the last fight. I think that one might have been partially blocked as well, but the foot just caught, and that was that. Another kick misses for Costa. High kick missed again for Costa. Went slightly hard with that one. He was trying to catch the temple. I mean, this fight's pretty equal so far. There's not really been a big shot, and they're both tripped each other. So, oh, there's a huge front kick for Costa and a nice left hook though in return from Dan Ige, but Ige might have been stunned there. Great front kick and now great front kick to the body as well from Costa. Needs to watch running in like that with his hands down though, even if he does get Ige hurt. He gets dangerous. He's got that nickname that of the bonus for a reason. He gets bonuses. There's a really sharp up elbow though by Costa. That was a good shot. We see whenever elbows are thrown in like different ways, both fighters clinch here. But like the up elbow or the way that Yair Rodriguez knocked the Korean zombie out, that's just clean. Like it always looks clean if it lands good. Separated from the clinch here, was needed body there from Costa. There's a nice left hand from Costa as well, kind of in the stance switch. Rodriguez falling in. Leg kick from Costa. All the shots there from Costa, not much clean. Goes that head kick again, misses it. Goes that counter left, misses it as well. EA got him backed up on the cage here. Let's see if he goes for anything big. Could possibly steal the round. Oh! Oh! Huge spinning back kick from Costa. And that's going to be it. What a knockout. Spinning back kick as he ducks at the end of the round. And the referee stops it after a couple of ground and pound shots. Wow, what a knockout from Costa. I think that one might have broke the nose of Dan Ige upon impact. What a knockout. You see here in the replay, Ige ducks with it. Spinning back kick lands straight on the jaw. Dan Ige. And that is that. I think it hit the nose as well. It probably broke his nose because he looks like he's in pain when he hits the ground. What a kick. And Ige to prefer to him did block all those ground and pound shots. But Costa was just kind of like throwing them a lot, so it looks bad and got the stoppage. What a knockout from Costa. Even if they get Ige is mad, you know, I don't know. It would have been difficult to see him coming back from that. I know the round was ending though, to be fair, it was like 2 seconds left. So he probably would have recovered in between rounds or got a chance to. I don't know. I think he probably might have got finished anyways in the next round. But he's known for his toughness as well, so maybe show that and go on a bit more. Finally a finish as well. What a shot. Unbelievable punch or punch kick. And that nose of Danny is broken. You see him holding it there. I think there's some damage to the eye of Danny there as well. Kind of squinting with it and it's rolled up a bit. Oh, what a shot. Two highlight reel KOs now back to back for Costa. Huge head kick knockouts both times. Crazy work. I'm going to listen to this interview and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, apologies for the wait, but I'm back. And up next, we have the co-main event. Jeff Neal takes on Euros Matic. Great to see how Jeff Neal looks in there. Been kind of, I mean, it's disrespectful to kind of label fighters as such, but the gatekeeper at welterweight, maybe you could say. But if you lack it in any way, Jeff Neal will take advantage. He's a very good boxer, very good power. It'll be interesting to see how he does here. I believe Matic is also coming off the back of an absolute war. Never mind, I got my people mixed up, have I? Yeah. But Maddox on a 2 fight win streak right now. Beats Urbina and then beats Salkov. So what do we have? Two knockouts there as well, both in the first round. So let's see what happens here. See if Gav Nail can put a stop to another up and coming prospect. You know, he's a very underrated fighter in my opinion. Um and look, he's out now for a while. He's gonna be out now for a while, but Shavkat Rakhmonov to get a title shot was coming off a win over Jeff Neal and a win off of Wonderboy Thompson. So, he mustn't be that far off it. But even in that fight, he kind of dropped Rakhmonov. Obviously, he gets finished, but up until that Ian Gary fight, um, Rakhmonov had finished everyone. So, look, that's the way that went. That's the way it was going for the 16 previous opponents, or however many it was, So, look, I suppose that's another one, actually, yeah. Wonderboy and Ian Gary. It's sad though that Shavkat's going to be out for so long, um, because he was really the up and coming, undefeated, like I would say like 95% finish rate or something, probably higher than that. And it was going to be interesting to see what he'd be like at the high level. He was like, look, they did play their cards right with Shavkat Rakhmonov. Like I said, I feel like Ian Gary was the final stamp because if he'd got a title shot off the back of Wonderboy, I feel like that was kind of, you know, shout out to Wonderboy. But that is not usually something we would see at welterweight, especially, So yeah, let me know who you got here if you're in the chat. Say what's up? We've got we got a few uploads. Hopefully to be done tonight. Yeah. Definitely making his way to the octagon. We're seeing more of the knockouts, the walkouts than we were previously. So that's good, I suppose. Yeah. So that was Costa was the first person to KO Dan Ige as well. That's crazy. Fair enough. This is Bruce Buffer's 30th year in the UFC. I mean, look, is there even any words that you can use really to describe Bruce Buffer other than just a legend, the Hall of Famer, arguably the greatest ring announcer, octagon announcer, well, he's definitely the best octagon announcer, but ring announcer, whatever you want to call it, arguably the greatest ever, along with his brother, obviously, and Michael Buffer, and a few other people in there. Shout out to Bruce Buffer, what a legend. And he's still going, and he'll keep going. No doubt about it, as long as he can. So, yeah, let's go. I'm currently seeing a Call of Duty trick shot montage here. from the man himself. If he's Rug or Rug, I already know. That seems to be a game a lot of fighters play. I'm not gonna lie. I know Michael Conlon plays it. I seen earlier on, trolling on TikTok, and Nathan Collins was sitting there playing it. So yeah, interesting. That was a bit of a side note. Kill the tape here. 35 for Neil, 32 for Matic, 6 watt 1 for Matic, 5'11 for Neil, and a 4 inch reach advantage though for Jeff Neil, which is interesting. Nato Moicano versus Chris Duncan will headline UFC Vegas 115 on April 4th at the Meta Apex. Another announcement there. What a kick though from Costa in that last fight. Perfect. That was like when Max caught Gaethje. Proud to be a spot for him, man. Great to see. The packed out arena for UFC Houston. Round one is about to get underway. They say Wonderboy Thompson tweeting here. Then somebody is going to snipe. Round one gets underway. We're a few seconds off of the round timer. We're getting close though. We're getting there. Neil rushing in early with that double jab, coming out of that southpaw stance. I'm sure probably throw a spanner in the works of some of my commentary whenever it comes to certain punches. I'm earlier on with Lee Wood. But fight at range so far. Nice double jab there from Neil. Looking for that overhand left or that straight left behind it. Both fighters and kicks. That one was a bit low from Matic, but Neil continues. Very, very quick kick there. Front kick to the body from Matic. Nice body kick there from Matic. Oh, good shot there on the inside from Matic, and that one might have stunned Jeff Neal as he backs up now. I think I might have seen his legs wobble a bit there. Another right hook. Oh, oh. Yoros Matic lands a huge overhand right in a clinch and puts Jeff Neal out cold. Wow. Wow. You know what? The prelims were not that good. Decisions all over the place, but this main card has been all knockouts, and that is unbelievable. Overhand puts him out stiff, cold. Hopefully, Jeff Neal is all good. What a knockout from Matic. Jeff Neal's trying to get up here. Wow. You see here, just a huge overhand right on the jaw, the sweet spot. And that was the end of the night for Jeff Neal. Wow. That'll put the lights of any fighter out. So quick as well. What a punch. What a punch. That was an insane knockout. That was mental. Crazy knockout from Matic. That power is something that could stop any fighter out there. Speed of that as well is insane. Good to see Jeff Neal back on his feet and standing for the decision. It gets officially announced. Back to back insane KOs. Ortega out again. Ortega, what does Ortega be at these days? Like, obviously gets injured a lot, but I don't know. He moved up weight classes and stuff, and it's all good. Yo, and the mic still works. All right, so just checking that my mic's still all good here. Accidentally get turned off for a second there, so checking, checking that the mic still works here. Yeah, we're all good. I'm pretty sure. All right, we're good to continue. Ridiculous KO once again. Wow. Back to back insane knockouts. It was an overhand left. It catches Jeff Neal. Puts him out cold. And does a huge celebration. They're making sure to get every angle of that in the replay. He looks big for a welterweight, like. Crazy knockout. Frank Martin ends up with a draw. Unbelievable knockout. Dramatic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, never mind. We're good, we're good, we're good. That was an absolutely ridiculous knockout. The crowd cam. I don't usually know a lot of these people because they're all usually American. But this guy's a Houston born rapper. We're in Houston. Up next, the main event as Sean Strickland takes on Fluffy Hernandez. Now, this fight is very interesting for a lot of reasons. My reason why it's interesting, the only reason I care, is because this clash of styles is so interesting with Strickland and his forward pressure, but with Fluffy and his pressure and his style with the takedowns and stuff. Strickland has shown in the past there's really good takedown defense rate, so look, we'll see. Fourth has significant strikes in UFC middleweight history. It's 6 per minute for Strickland. The Fluffy here, what a fighter. Anthony Hernandez, 15-2-1, highest takedown rate in middleweight history, 6.5 per 15 minutes. So look, he's practicing spin elbows and stuff here. Sean Strickland once again made himself known during fight week, that's for sure. I'm not going to say anything about anything he said in that rant, but yeah, I don't know. He just keeps going. Like I don't know why he says some of this stuff, but he does. He does it either way, and yeah, I've seen a lot of people calling for repercussions, but at the same time, Dana White has said before that he wasn't going to do anything about that, so I don't really think Dana White can do much there. And look, I'm going to stay out of all that there. So yeah, look, it's a close fight. Could go either way. Very interesting, but pretty much title eliminator here. Should be well. I don't know. There's a lot of rumors flying about, a lot of speculation on what's next. Obviously, Hamzat is injured until he's not injured, and then we have that's actually a great way to put it. Then we have Imavov, not title eliminator. Imavov's very good fight. Who Strickland has beat him in the past, I'm pretty sure. Then obviously Adesanya's still knocking about, but he's fighting Joe Pyfer, number 15 ranked Joe Pyfer, by the way. Just UFC just trying to beat Adesanya to someone. But for Adesanya was like the big star whenever I fully like started watching UFC on a regular. Obviously, I've been watching it for way longer than that. But as I kind of started watching it all the time, Adesanya was like the big star. If I have to watch him go out cold to Joe Pyfer to end his career, that won't be good. Not that Joe Pyfer's a bad fighter, by the way, but more of what is this now? Brady versus Buckley just announced for April 25th. What a fight! We finally see Buckley get back into the mix at number 9 ranked, and he takes on Sean Brady at number 6 ranked. So Ian Gary is number 2 ranked, and shown that he was in Georgia recently. And the reason why that's important is because he said if he ever fights Islam, the one place he's going is Georgia because they know their wrestling and stuff, which Marab's proved previous. So interesting, and I think he deserves it. I mean, Usman is number 7 ranked, and he's obviously one of the best ever. But that was a long time ago, and it's more what have you done recently, in my opinion. You know, Carlos Prates is a number 5. He has a good argument. Bilal obviously just lost it. Then you have your fighters in there as well, like Morales and stuff. feel like Ian Gary should definitely get the shot though because it's the most interesting style matchup, kind of. I mean, Ian Gary will probably get tucked down if we're going to be honest, but Ian Gary, look, he mightn't do himself any favors with some of the things he says, and I will always be honest. And Ian Gary's got a lot of unnecessary hate in the past for stuff outside of the octagon. More recently, though, it might come from his tweet that kind of went viral, where he claimed to have ended the career of Hamzat, or not Hamzat, of Shavkat Rakhmonov. You know, with the oblique kick in their fight, and it's sort of things like that that maybe doesn't help Ian Gary out when it comes to fan base, but he is the one that is still there, still fighting regularly. He beat Carlos Prates. You know what I mean? He's fighting good and finding ways to win. When you look at Adesanya, this is not the comparison. Like, not not saying he's like Adesanya, but Adesanya had a way of just winning fights, and he's mentioned it. And now Ian Gary, once again, just has the same thing, way of winning fights. And he always says he's going to get a knockout, and even if he doesn't, you know, that performance he puts on is usually dominant and unanimous. So yeah, look, who knows? But I feel like Ian Gary should definitely get the shot next. And that, I mean, also not to mention, like, you do get Ireland versus Dagestan too in the UFC anyways. Also, you've already had that with Paul Hughes and Usman Nurmagomedov outside of the UFC. Which also to mention, we're a bit sleepy on it tonight, I'll be honest with you, but Paul Hughes is teasing some huge news, some big news, as some would say. Seeing kind of posters being showcased around, I think it was Belfast. So we're looking at the PFL return to there. And he put out a video on YouTube earlier on himself on his channel. Make sure you subscribe to that if you aren't already, because it actually does show pretty good footage, pretty good videos of kind of what it's like to be a fighter and sort of behind the scenes and training and stuff like that. Go and check out Paul Hughes' YouTube channel if you haven't already. Um, Obviously he's coming back off the back of what should be a victory over Usman Nurmagomedov, but we're not going to get into that because it's a very emotionally fueled situation. Um, Obviously I would have wanted Paul Hughes to win that fight, but I still feel like he got like I feel like it was a close fight. He definitely got robbed at a point though. It was never 50-45, never. Like, I feel like that's pretty agreed. But yeah, be interesting to see, and hopefully I'll get to that one. Huge night for the PFL if it is. I feel like they missed a big opportunity with Usman Nurmagomedov. Look, I'll be honest with you, when I done or in Belfast against Paul Hughes to finish that point, when I analysed the footage, the stuff that was being beeped out in Paul Hughes' video earlier on, it either went with the length of the name of Usman Nurmagomedov or the SSC Arena in Belfast or something like that. So look, if it was a rematch for Usman, that'd be insane. To be honest, I don't think I would have seen that coming at all. Um, but if it's something like an SSC Belfast show, that'd be pretty cool as well. So yeah, see, Anthony Hernandez making his way to the octagon now. What are we on? We are at 10 to 4 in the morning. So I believe we're about an hour, hour and 10 minutes out from the Ryan Garcia against Mario Barrios fight. Don't forget, if you haven't seen already in the thumbnail or in the title, we are sticking around for that one as well. The UFC's on first, so go through that, and then it usually ends perfectly right before the boxing. So yeah, pretty solid. Longest active win streak in the UFC middleweight division for Hernandez at 8. Most takedowns in UFC middleweight history at 54. And the second highest significant strike rate in UFC middleweight history at 62.8. So he is just a marauder pretty much. Just anywhere you go, he is a difficult fighter to fight. Significant strikes, takedowns, wrestling, got a lot of stuff. 8 fight win streak. Pretty much the most momentum you can have going into a fight like this. Let's see what he can do with it. Sean Strickland is about to make his way to the octagon. Wait. Go put a poll in the chat. Let me know who you have. Or let me know who you have in the poll. Feel like I'm kind of just leaning towards Hernandez to get this one done, but like, I don't know. It's gonna be a close fight. Really close. All right, come on. The main event. Here comes Sean Strickland. His ninth UFC main event. Former world champion, as we know, beat Israel Adesanya in one of the most shocking upsets in the history of the sport. At least it was for me, anyways. And yeah, had a good performance, but hasn't won from then, I don't believe. I think he lost to Drakus in his first defense, and then he loses to Drakus again in the rematch, and he hasn't fought from then, so has he? Number 3 ranked. Yeah, his last fight was Drakus on the 9th of February last year, so over a year out for Sean Strickland. He was suspended for punching fighter. I'd say, like, yeah, Sean Strickland was coaching one of his teammates who was fighting on kind of, I think it might have been like an LFA card or something, and Strickland's teammate loses and his opponent celebrates by, his opponent celebrates directly at Strickland with what some people may consider a disrespectful celebration. Um, Others may just look at it as a celebration, but I've been through all fear. Strickland gets very mad to say the least, and marches his way into the octagon and hits the fighter right hand, which gets him suspended for quite a bit. But he's back now. I think it might have been 6 months suspension, so he's back. Yeah, poll is there. Run it up. Let me know who you've got. Good to see Buckley back though. We seen he put a recall okay, tonight. Call out video out earlier in the week. 34 for Strickland, 32 for Hernandez. 1 inch height advantage for Strickland and 1 inch reach advantage for Strickland at 6'1" and a 76-inch reach. Bruce Buffer Bruce Buffer announces the main event of his 30th year in the UFC. Referee for the main event tonight is Herb Dean. You all know one of the GOAT referees, or one of the ones that's been around for the longest. So yeah, go. Wait for this. Arenas look different in America. They're definitely bigger, but it's like I think they might be more steeply like tiered compared to over here. Maybe I just haven't been in that many arenas, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. You look at Hernandez and he's not like shredded. So you're like, oh, maybe he's not in the best shape for this fight, and then he just comes out and absolutely just annihilates anyone he fights. Kevin Holland, the last man to beat him in 2020, probably that year that he fought 5 times, which is also interesting. Hernandez, though, great example of discipline and determination to get a 8 fight win streak and get himself back to this position. Strickland also getting introduced here. 29-7 for Strickland. He's the underdog for this fight. Yeah, 6'1", 185 pounds. Makes the weight. It said he had double vision actually while making the weight, so maybe a rough weight cut there for Strickland. 5-3 is a UFC dog. Number 3 ranked in the middleweight division. Go. Main event about to get underway. What we've been waiting for. Irish touch gloves. Everything's giving them the instructions. Something along the lines of protect yourselves at all times. Do you have anything to say to each other? Touch gloves. No, if you want. Something along the lines of that. And we're about to get underway with round 1 of our main event for the night. UFC Houston, who leaves on top, who leaves, I don't know, who leaves with a loss. Let's find out. And would you look at that? Would you look at that? Absolutely perfectly timed round timer. And that's how we start the main event of a UFC event. Come on. Jab and a tape from Strickland. Funny enough, his first 2 punches thrown. Who would have thought? There's a 1-2 though from Strickland. Sean Money Strickland here. With a Philly shell. Going to work early though with that jab to the face. Maybe stick the body more with that tape kick of Hernandez, trying to slow him down. But Hernandez pressuring forward at the moment as he lands a jab to the body. Strickland looks calm in there, relaxed. There's a nice inside low kick from Hernandez. 3 punch combination miss for Hernandez. Jab to the body now from Hernandez. Strickland with a hook, jab combination, a 1-2 for Hernandez now. Nothing fully clean yet as a big shot. Strickland's been on that jab. There's another nice inside low kick from Hernandez. Obviously, we have seen Strickland knocked out before in his fight with Alex Pereira. One of the hardest hitters about. Not too shocking with that style of Strickland's. It's not like he is very good defensively, but it's not like he's untouchable. And so he got caught as he lands a nice right hand there on Hernandez. Follows it up with a jab. And again. Down the bang war. Um, Low kick from Hernandez. Deep kick now to the body from Strickland. It's a good shot. Both ways, 3 jabs there. There's a nice right hand from Strickland and a hook. And a right hand and Fluffy stunned. Oh, he cracked Strickland back though with the right hand. That was a good way to get off the pressure. And then say low kick from Strickland. Good signs early so far for Strickland. He lands another right hand. And Hernandez misses. He lands a couple of hooks now though. When he goes in for that first takedown attempt, he's in on a single leg. Now he's not. He's up under the clinch. Strickland he's got one underhook here. He's trying to work his way out. This clinch up against cage. And he gets off. Good takedown defense so far for Strickland. He lands another deep kick to the body. Interestingly, he's doing this tactic backwards this time. That's another nice job. His style looks so like there's a nice overhand though from Hernandez, and that one drops Strickland. Maybe he lost the balance there, but he gets hit with a huge overhand and then goes down, trying to circle out. Jab. Head kick misses or body kick misses for Hernandez. Yeah, like it doesn't look too cardio taxing, I think is the way to put it. Strickland style. There's another huge right hand for Hernandez, and that one's stunned Strickland. Another right hand behind it now. Can we go 5 for 5 or 4 for 4 maybe for knockouts on the main card? Oh wait, never mind. Oh, this is not a good luck, but I completely forgot about the Spivak fight. There's a nice right hook for Strickland though. He lands another job. I completely forgot about that fight. That is not good for Spivak or Deletia. Some reddening on the nose of Hernandez. 22 of 73 for Strickland, 22 of 47 for Hernandez. The same amount landed, but more percentage, higher percentage on significant strikes for Hernandez. 10 seconds left. Some still around, maybe. Nice job from Hernandez. Body shot. It's kind of hard to pick a winner in that round, not gonna lie. Because Strickland hurt Hernandez and then Hernandez hurt Strickland. Like, I'll give that round to Strickland based off the job. Throughout. Round two underway already. Oh, I've been done in here. Round two underway. Duffy straight back on that pressure. He goes for the hook, single leg attempt, but he doesn't get it. Lands another hook though over the top. Both fighters able to hurt each other is what we seen in that first round. Big Strickland was just more consistent with his jab work, even though they didn't count as significant strikes. Big was pretty good weapon throughout the round for him. Feel like maybe if Fernandez got one of those takedowns, that would have got him the round. Then he got knocked down. I don't know. It was really hard to pick there. There's a nice front kick to the body from Strickland. Jab again from Strickland, working on that jab all the time. Yo, no way. I swear I restarted that round timer. My bad on the round timer, but I really did think I hit it. Or no, I didn't though. Right hand miss for Hernandez. A good body shot from Hernandez. Left hook to the body. Strickland misses the 1-2. Double jab from Strickland. Uppercut though from Hernandez. That was a nice shot. He goes to the trip, doesn't get it. It is funny the way Strickland stands before fights at the press conferences and screams about war. And like, this is the outside stand and bang fights. Like, oh, there's a huge uppercut from Hernandez. Like, Holloway last 10 seconds, the whole fight. The way Strickland talks, and then he either backs up or walks forward, does the same thing either way, just jabs and tapes. And jab to the body from Hernandez. Good jobs from Strickland though. Jab from Hernandez, he catches the tape kick of Sean Strickland, who lands a nice jab himself. Hernandez not able to get any success on the takedown so far at all. There's a leg kick from Hernandez. Jab to the body now for Hernandez. He dodges the jab of Strickland. Now doesn't get that takedown again. The nice right hand from Strickland. Jab behind it. Hook now from Hernandez. Couple of body shots. Strickland lands a jab there in between as well. Jab Strickland landing a lot. Hernandez misses another couple of punches. Fighters in the clinch here. Separate. Here's Sean Strickland. Put on the pressure now. Nope. Hernandez again. Front foot. Strickland circles out. Something might happen there. Fighters touch gloves. In the clinch now for Hernandez. Strickland up against the cage. 20 seconds to get a takedown. Can he get it? Nope. Strickland separates. Using an elbow. A nice right hand from Strickland. Another nice right hand from Strickland. Misses an overhand right. Good uppercut at the end of that round from Hernandez. Big it is too with Strickland though. Let's go round 3, about to get underway. They hear 5 round main event. Kevin versus Moreno. That goes down next weekend. Round 3 gets underway here. Double jab. There's a body kick from Hernandez. Leg kick now from Hernandez. John Strickland passes for the second most significant strikes landed in UFC history. Quick now for Hernandez. Nice jab again from Strickland. He puts a right hand behind it that time. Elbow for Hernandez in the clinch. Jab again for Strickland. There's a left hook for Hernandez. He might have been an eye poke there. I don't even know. There's a nice hook though from Hernandez. He gets underhooks here. Drives Strickland back to the cage. Obviously looking for that takedown. Strickland gets underhooks though. Spins Hernandez around. Elbow miss for Hernandez on the exit. Clinch. There's another nice jab from Strickland. Nice knee up the middle now for Strickland. Hernandez is hurt here. Throw him back though. Oh, huge uppercut right hand from Strickland. Hernandez is hurt badly. He's covering up against cage. He's hit with another right hook. He's throwing back though. He's trying. There's uppercuts from Sean Strickland now. Hernandez goes down. And that's going to be it, is it? Surely. Yep. Huge ground and pound for Sean Strickland. And he gets the stoppage over Anthony Hernandez. A lot of pressure and a lot of solid shots there. And eventually one got through on Hernandez, and that was that. He goes over and talks to Hernandez a bit. He looks disappointed, as you would be if you're on an 8 fight win streak and probably right at a title shot. But Strickland gets the finish. He's very sharp in there with his jab, his backhand, disciplined with that style of his, and lucky he got the finish. There you go. Conor McGregor, what was it? It was a knee to the body, I think. Yeah, huge knee to the body, and that one hurt Hernandez. Then Strickland ended up landing some huge shots to the head. You see her uppercut there and a right hand behind it, and that was the one that really wobbled Hernandez. Then a load of hooks, uppercuts again. Hernandez throws back, but he misses. Strickland just grabs his head, hits him with uppercuts. And Hernandez goes down off a right hand, and then huge ground and pound shots from Sean Strickland. And that seals the deal for him. See a tweet here from Conor McGregor saying, "It's a no name up next for me, possibly, folks. And as you know, I don't care. I accept, sign the contract. Conor McGregor's deal." That's interesting to see the return of him. And then he posts another photo of a Lego ship, pasta and steak and celery. Fair enough. Um, yeah, he seems to be coming out of retirement or whatever he was in and coming back. Possibly the White House card, so that should be very interesting. Wonder will Strickland get an interview here? What a way to end the main card though. It was really all up from that Bivak fight. Let's hear from Sean Strickland here. Alright, so um actually a very praiseful Sean Strickland there for Anthony Hernandez and the type of person he is. Says that's the type of person that he wants to be, which is kind of shocking. But to hear Strickland saying something like that, you never usually he's always saying some mental stuff, but that actually was kind of heartfelt stuff there. You know, says Hernandez with the family and stuff, and that's the way he wants to be, and fair enough. Um, but it is Sean Strickland, so of course something had to come with it, and he called out Hamzat Chimaev, which would be a good fight. The next up is Imavov, and there's debates there because I think he is friends with Chimaev, and like, is that fight actually going to happen or not? Once again, there's more rumors of Chimaev being up at 205 now to either fight Yuri or Pereira. So it could be Strickland versus Imavov in a rematch for the interim title or the main title, full title, who knows? But Strickland looks sharp in there tonight and he gets the stoppage in the second round. This like cameras like following people along. Think that fan might have wanted a photo and he might have got a video from Sean Strickland and said, um, see here up next, Moreno Kavanagh, that's next weekend. Then the week after, 2 weeks after, is it? The week after, we have Holloway versus Holloway. Holloway versus Oliver too. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. The UFC BMF title. And then a week after that, we have Amit versus Vallejos. And also on the boxing side, Kikachi versus Gaza Dickens in Dublin. That was a really good card. What a night of fights. Insane knockouts from Costa, you know, Jacoby, Matic. What a KO of Ige. And then Sean Strickland finishes it off with a knockout as well over Anthony Hernandez. Great card in the main card side. Anyways, I've heard the prelims weren't too good, but that's gonna be a wrap. Not for the live stream, but for UFC Houston, and we are now on to Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight world title. And see Barrios backstage here as there's a fight on now in the background. Co-main event is on. Yeah, should be a solid fight. But here you will see a round timer reset here, but it's more for because I had to fix how many minutes it's on for. See Ryan Garcia backstage here. Just doing some pads, doing some warm ups. He's got the red and gold gear on tonight. In Barrios, I think he was in the camo. This is also pretty accurate, by the way, with the actual round timer. So round 8 underway here, the co-main event. The Russell takes on Hirakoa. A Shabler from Russell. There's a nice left hook as well from him. Look, if you didn't see my prediction video already, I do have Ryan Garcia in this one. You know, it's that style, that jab, or not that jab. Well, yeah, that jab is one of his good weapons. I've noticed looking back on I was watched a lot of his highlights this morning. I mean, look, doesn't even have to be said, but that left hook, the speed of it, the power, the velocity, just how quickly things can change. It's unmatched. The great equalizer, no doubt about it, and something that he can use no matter what position he's in this fight. That being said, like I said in my prediction video, his greatest power is also comes along with his greatest weakness, which whenever he throws that shot, you usually see his left hand or his right hand drop from the chin, and that leaves him open and seeing fighters catch him off of that. He also reaches out if a fighter throws at him a lot, which is also how he gets dropped. But obviously, Luke Campbell, Rolly Romero, then you had Tank Davis in there as well. So that's his weakness. Barrios, on the other hand, great tough fighter, good boxing skills, just you know, solid fighter, solid boxer, and um tough as well. And he went 11 rounds with Tank and stuff like that. For a lot of good competition, but he is coming off the back of 2 draws to keep his world title. Fights that you could argue could have both easily went to his opponent. So really not a good luck to be a world champion coming off the back of draws like that. Russell goes for a couple of huge left hooks. There's a nice uppercut to the body though from Haruka. Um, Barrios' weakness though, on the other hand, in my opinion, is his speed or his ability to adjust with speed, which if you're fighting Ryan Garcia probably isn't the greatest weakness to have of all time, Probably better things to not be good at, to be honest. So I say that because of what happened in the Pacquiao fight, and Pacquiao, even at the age of 46, was able to overwhelm Barrios until the last round that Barrios had to win to get the draw. He was able to overwhelm him with that speed. So yeah, and I have Ryan Garcia by knockout, and we'll go kind of the mid rounds. We'll go the maybe the sixth, seventh, eighth, something like that there. So yeah, take this poll down now. Well, Hernandez did not win. Early on, put this one up. Let me know if you're in the chat who you've got in this poll item. Who win? Question is. Alright, that poll should be out. Let me know who you got. Next round is underway in this main event here. Nice job, Maruka. Russell just shoved him coming out of the clinch and near sent him through. Hitting ropes. Let's see. I've got Ryan Garcia in this one. Let's go. Alright, so round time we're going here. was a good uppercut. And it was low. I thought it was to the body from Haruka. They replay on that. Never mind. We don't get one. Haruka is not a happy fighter in there, and in my opinion, for valid reasons, the referee is stepping in at a lot of points. So he doesn't need to step in it. Here, Chris Mannix has Haruka up by 1 point. A nice right hand from Russell. Left hand. The amount of southpaws I see in fighting today is ridiculous. Like, then again, Fan Zone has Russell winning 87-85. This is a really close fight as Russell lands a really nice uppercut to the body there. Another huge uppercut to the body from Russell. Uppercut that time from Russell. There's a nice 1-2 from Russell now. Down goes Russell, but I think that might have been a low blow. You can see the replay. Probably going to be a point taken from Morocco, which is not good in such a close fight. Hopefully there was no sound there. A random music started playing. Oh yeah, damn it was a very low blow from Haruka. Who's going to lose a point here. Russell looks hurt from that one in the corner. 1 point tug away from Haruka. Was pretty bad low blow that time to be fair. Oh, Strickland stopped him around 2 or 3. But 2. I see here this fight gets back underway. Russell's still circling on the outside, still hurt from that low blow. I mean, I suppose if you're Haruka, you kind of have to go from here. You lost your point. You may as well take advantage of what you done, like, unless you want to do it for no reason. Like, it's a nice right hand from Haruka. Huge left hooks, but Russell gets out and lands his own body shots in there now. See here on the inside, he goes for the uppercut to the body. I don't even know if I could say that, to be honest. I don't know if we could call that an attempt for a body uppercut considering he hit him that bad, that low. His glove near his glove went through. Like it was that low of a blow that he like hit past the target, shall we say. I don't know what way to describe that. Round 11 getting underway here. Boxing's a lot different than from MMA. Like the time it takes to start the round. Like it's like you're up, let's go. In MMA, it's like 50 people out of the cage, then we'll go. Mannix now has Russell up. I missed a knockdown. I missed the knockdown by the looks of it in the last round as well. I'm cooked. I've on that. Good body shot there from Russell. Overcut to the body now from Haruka. A nice check right hook from Russell. Oh, really good right hook there from Russell. That one landed clean in the chin. Right hook on the inside though from Haruka. If you're just joining us here, we are live in the 11th round of Russell against Haruka in the co-main event of Garcia versus Barrios. That one will be for the WBC welterweight world title. And we just wrapped up UFC Houston as Sean Strickland got a second round TKO victory over Fluffy Hernandez. And then a huge KO in the fight before that with Matic over Neil. Couple of nice shots on the inside from Russell. And then a spinning back kick KO before that. Yeah, pretty entertaining main card. Now we're on to the boxing. Job and Russell. There's right hand from Russell at the end of the round, or left hand, sorry. Overhand from Maruka though. And a huge jab and oh, Russell's lucky that overhand missed at the end because that would have spelled good night for everyone. Quick piece of food here. Alright, so the 12th and final round underway in the co-main event of Barrios versus Garcia. It's a really close fight, and Russell might have been hurt at the end of that last round. Haruka's got to give it everything he has though to try and get a knockout because he did get a point took off him, which could be crucial in the result. You know, but I say, yeah, never mind. I didn't miss a knockdown in that 10th round. It was because Haruka got a point took off him. I just choked on flavor and let me get a bit of the water after that. Wow. Shout out to anyone that's just come in. Let me know who you have in the poll. We're in the co-main event here. The, these fighters have been going to war. All right, we're all good now. Get a bit of water in here, choked on flavoring. Just get absolutely hit with that one. Like nice left hand from Russell. Complaining about the heads there, but that was a good combination from Haruka. He doesn't care about anything that's happening. He's just trying to fight to win. Missed the left hook there, Haruka. Goes to the body now, lands a nice right hand to the head. Very nice hook to body from Russell now. Nice left hook from Haruka though. They're go to war here in the last 10 seconds. Haruka's rep into the body. Nice counter left though from Russell. Haruka's throwing everything he has here in the dying seconds, and there we go. That is the end of the fight. Be interesting to see who won that one. It's a very good fight, very close fight from what I seen in the couple of rounds I watched of it after switching over from the UFC. Point deduction could be a crucial loss though for Haruka. Not a lot of damage to the face of both fighters, although they both took pretty good punches in there. As they embrace here and wait for the decision. Let's see, let's see, let's see. 2 votes now for Barrios, or not Barrios, Garcia. If you're in here, run it up, let me know. Yeah, let's go. Oh, what a drop. See here, it's the war at the end. Repping body shots, Haruka was. See here who won on the poll. A lot of people have it for Gary Antoine Russell, 56%. The other have it for Andy Haruka, 44%. Let's go. Waiting for the decision here. I wonder who this so-called no-name McGregor's supposed to be fighting is. To be fair, because the no-name considered is probably someone we know to prefer. we're about to get the decision here, so let's hear it. All right, so there we have it. Gary Antoine Russell defeats Andy Hiroka via split decision. Close fight. Good fight, yeah, from what I seen. Probably no complaints with the decision. I feel like Russell did have the sharper, more accurate work out of the two, so yeah. No complaints there. We now wait for the co-main or the main event. Start, let's go. So, like I said, I have Garcia in this one. I think he's gonna get done. I feel like he's too quick. Poor Mario Barrios, who I think struggles with speed. However, who knows? Barrios is also a hard hitter. Garcia also has his weaknesses in his defense, like I mentioned. With the reach out of the hands, the left hook, just any left punch in general, his right hand dropping low. But yeah, pretty hyped for this one. You know, there's kind of those big names in American boxing, or in, I suppose it's world boxing, really. It's like in those lower weight classes, and you have Shakur, you have Teofimo, you have Ryan Garcia, you have Davin Haney. You know, those are the names you want to see fighting all the time, fighting each other. And we're getting it tonight. We're getting a Ryan Garcia fight. That should be good. Should be a good fight here. Hopefully, hopefully it's a lot better than last time out for Ryan Garcia, because if we have to witness that again, that cannot be good in the slightest. We all know against Rolly Romero, very lackluster, poor performance for Ryan Garcia. The song getting dropped and losing by a decision. And now he's back straight away with another world title shot as he takes on Mario Barrios to the WBC title, a title which I believe he was banned from competing for. But very interestingly, he gets unbanned. Who would have saw that coming? And now he's fighting again for at welterweight. Obviously, last time he competed for it, which resulted in his ban from competing with for it, was against Davin Haney. We all know what happened there. He missed weight, couldn't actually fight for it. Then he went on to pop for steroid, which I don't believe he took on purpose, but who knows? I think there's probably just a lot of panic going on around the team of Ryan Garcia knowing that he was going to miss weight, and that caused him to maybe take something like a supplement without looking. And I really don't think that he like purposely injected or anything, because I don't think he would have done it for long enough to get a result. That's my thoughts on that. Obviously, that was the best he looked or one. I don't know. There was a lot of off rounds and poor cardio maybe in that fight from Garcia, but the knockdowns and stuff was really where it was at for him. Getting three knockdowns over Davin Haney really changed the course of the fight and got him the win. So maybe he can pull that off again tonight. But we've had split decisions, we've had knockouts, we've had draws, had unanimous decisions on here, have we? Now we start the main event soon, hopefully. As Shakur Stevenson talks to his new best friend, Mike Coppinger. Or is it? I feel like I might have got that wrong here. That was Ali Oladipo, my bad. But me. Getting away again with some strong words for Eddie Hearn. My bad, Eddie. Got it down. By the way, he's actually a great like commentator and stuff. Not commentator, what do you call it? Host? Something like that. Something I've noticed, Garcia looks confident this time, and he's got that quiet confidence about him. It's not like last time where it was just like, I don't know, it was weird last time. Everything was focused on Davin Haney in that rematch. Garcia looks like he's good at like a good weight or not. Yeah, he looks like he's at a good weight because any lower he looks a bit drained. Daphne was too drained at 135, and he looks like he's filled up with this weight class in good shape and ready to go. Same with Barrios. Obviously, he's been here though, been world champion for a while now. So yeah, if you haven't already, let me know who you've got in the poll. Got two votes for Ryan Garcia. Obviously, we seen earlier on in this card, Richardson Hitchens was supposed to defend his IBF world title against Oscar Duarte. Unfortunately, that one falls out. Richardson Hitchens gets ill on the day of the fight, and that is the end of that one. Unfortunate for him, he's a great fighter, and I would have picked him to win, especially after watching Duarte versus Garcia earlier on today. Thought that jab of Hitchens is just made for head of Oscar Duarte and that style that he presents. Well, 29 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws for Mario Barrios his last two fights. 18 knockouts, 24 wins, 20 knockouts, 2 losses, no draws for Ryan Garcia though. Very good fight coming up next. As we look over, I think they're in Las Vegas. T-Mobile Arena, yeah, Las Vegas, Nevada. Ball knowledge right there. Elite geography. We see here the schedule. Some Clarissa Shields fight tomorrow night. Then we have that's against Franchon Cruz. That's a rematch. Then we have Sugar Nunez versus Navarrete. Then we have Wilder versus Chisora on the 4th of April. And on the 9th of May, we have Wardley versus Dubois. Obviously, it's not on the zone, but in between that, we do have Tyson Fury coming back. Then up and coming over in the UK boxing scene, or whatever you want to call it, Patchy and Jazza Dickens on the 14th of March. Then you have Conor versus Walsh on the 20th of March. So a lot of stacked fights. We're just getting started here with this one. And we started the year off with a bang with that Shakur Stevenson Teofimo Lopez fight. Once again, complete domination by Shakur Stevenson. Right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, apologies once again for the break, but we are back. Ryan Garcia walking out right now to the Mexican themed music. I'm hyped for this one. I'm hyped. Can Ryan Garcia finally put his name in the history books with a win of the world title after a back and forth time against Rolly Romero, Gervonta Davis, Davin Haney, Duarte? Can he finally get it done? Can he finally prove that he was more than just an influencer boxer, even though he has? Can he prove more than he was just a social media boxer? Can he prove that he was a world champion? I think he can. And I'm picking him to get it done by knockout. Let's see. If you haven't already, let me know who you have in the poll in the chat. Who votes right now for Garcia? Let's go. It's a huge fight. Especially if Garcia wins because he's such star potential that when he does lose fights, it's such a huge setback. But if he's to win this one tonight, pretty big for the sport of boxing. And it'll be interesting to see where he goes after this. Mario Barrios is also making his way to the ring right now. He has also got a Mexican themed walkout. Pretty good walkouts from both fighters. And as we know, as we say here, the man standing beside him is his coach, Joe Goosen, the former coach of Ryan Garcia. Maybe some mind games going on there. Whether it helps in the fight or not, who knows? But Barrios did also just say that they felt like it was the right coach for him. So look, we'll see. We'll see if he loses, or we'll see who he goes to after this fight. I suppose turns around after this, winner loss, and just goes, I don't already know. Actually, I think I might go to someone else, and it's pretty clear. Walking out with that WBC title. Kind of got his showcase going on here, so we're just waiting. Or the performance out of those people. The amount of people in the walkway, by the way, the amount of media that's actually in the walkway with the cameras is insane. All right, boys, about to enter the ring. Here we go. 73% have Mario Barrios to win on the fan zone. 27% for Ryan Garcia. Not good odds already. Mario Barrios' last 5 fights, he beats Ugas in there, which is pretty much his biggest win. Be a unanimous decision. His last knockout was in 2023, coming off the back of 2 draws against Abel Ramos and Manny Pacquiao. Let's go. Let me know who you've got for this one in the chat. Vote on the poll. If you have a certain result, maybe if you have it as a draw, maybe I should put that in there from now on. Let me know. Let's go. as Michael Buffer gets us underway here. You know what's happening? There's Dana White's definitely a happy man at the press conference, anyways, after the fight with the signing of Conor Benn, which went down this week. Probably is. Take it a minute. This is definitely something that's quicker in the UFC. Ryan Garcia gets introduced back with his dad for this camp. Very interesting. Go. The great equalizer, the left hand, 24 wins, 2 losses, no draw. 20 wins by knockout fighting out of California, I believe that says. I might have got that wrong. Might not be good geography after all. Who knows? Nah, I think that is California though. Obviously, Oscar De La Hoya standing behind him as his promoter, as he has for a long time. And the fight is about to get started after you get Mario Barrios introduced here. Go. Big fights for boxing every month so far, and it will continue in the next month and the month after, hopefully. Oh, it definitely will, actually. A lot of hyping up in the corner of Barrios. 29 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, which is the last 2 fights for Mario Barrios, coming in with 18 KOs. Duran Garcia with the heavier, or not the heavier, the more knockouts for the two of them. Probably a higher percentage as well. Sold out by the looks of it, T-Mobile Arena. Let's go. Both fighters in the center of the ring, getting their instructions from the referee. Protect yourselves at all times. You heard my instructions in the locker room. You already know the stuff. Now they head back to their corners so we get ready for this one to get underway. And I get ready to try and time this round counter or round timer perfectly. If you're just in here or if you're new, don't forget we'll have live streams every weekend. We'll have real IRL, some people say media content, stuff like that. Don't forget to subscribe, come along for more prediction videos, news updates. Let's go. Surely we start this fight now. Round 1 underway. Let's go. Garcia coming out in that jab. Quick jab, already. Hyped for this one, not gonna lie. There's a nice right hand from Ryan Garcia around the guard of Mario Barrios. And that one might have stunned him already. Down goes Mario Barrios already. 25 seconds into the round and down goes Mario Barrios with a right hand as well. Wow. Will he get it done in the first round? There's a left hook and Mario Barrios is in shaky legs again. Patience though from Ryan Garcia here. There's another right hook. Doubles it up. Another right hand down the middle. That was shocking. Good defense there as well from Garcia to get out of the way of that right hand. I'm locked in here now. Barrios trying to pressure his way forward. You can only think that Ryan Garcia is going to go for a counter here. He goes to that right hook again. Around the guard of Barrios. Referee telling him to watch the back of the head. Oh. Minute left in this round. Can he put him down again, potentially? Oh, really good body shot. Right hook to the body from Ryan Garcia. Brilliant off the double jab. He's boxing brilliantly so far. Right hand misses for Barrios again. There's a left hook to the body from Ryan Garcia now. What a punch. We know how devastating that can be off the Luke Campbell knockout. Comeback win for him. There's another right hand and another right hand for Ryan Garcia. And a left hook now for Ryan Garcia. Misses that left hook though. This is how Ryan Garcia fought in the Duarte fight, backing up, but he's dangerous. Missed that left hook. That is the end of round one. What a start for the challenger. Wow. Shocking start to the fight. And Barrios has a good chin, so that is a testament to the Ryan Garcia power. And we see here a double jab, overhand right, lands clean on the ear, and that one wobbled him. Then a right hook to the body, and an overhand again. Just kind of clipped him over the top of the head and knocked Barrios over. Yep. Wow, and that was in 20 seconds, by the way. Round two is underway here. Barrios trying to. Oh, there's a left hook from Ryan Garcia. And a right hook again. It's kind of a looping right hand. And there's a right hand, and that one stuns Mario Barrios. He goes to the left hook, doesn't get it though. Barrios fires back with his own hooks on the inside, blocked by Ryan Garcia. Barrios' knees buckling again from that power. There's another right hook for Ryan Garcia and a right hand now. Greg can't complain there, referee. Hit him on the ear, mate. Let's continue. Referee's doing some emoting here. Right, we're back underway. Right hand miss again from Barrios. Double jab for Ryan Garcia now. Right hook to the body from Garcia. And a left hook to the body now. Going for that left hook to the head. Barrios has that hand pinned up though. There's another nice double jab right hand from Garcia. Barrios just walking forward, putting on that pressure. Left hook blocked. There's a nice jab though from Ryan Garcia. That one landed flush. Left hook now from Ryan Garcia. Uppercut now, he's testing that one out. There's a nice jab from Garcia. Barrios tries to come forward with his jab. Good uppercut to the body from Garcia. Nice hook in response though from Barrios. And there's a nice 1-2 left hook from Garcia. Terence Bug Crawford sitting ringside and a huge left hook from Ryan Garcia. Lands clean. And now her right hand behind it. Barrios to the body there. Jab from Garcia. Barrios can't get too comfortable coming forward. Be alert at all times, or else it could be the last thing he sees in the fight. Is the lights. I don't know what I'm saying. Didn't piece that sentence together right. There's a nice shot from Barrios. Shot from Garcia and a left hook now from Garcia. That's on it, Ryan Garcia around 2-0 right now. Good comeback round for Barrios. You know, to not get hurt again, but then at the same time, I feel like he did get stunned in there actually. I can't remember if that was the first round as well. Kind of pressured his way forward slightly. It's round 3 is about to get underway here. Right hands from Ryan Garcia again. Uppercut now from Ryan Garcia in a 1-2. You can tell Barrios is feeling the punches, but he's determined to not go backwards. Jab from Garcia. You're just joining Ryan Garcia. Got a huge knockdown in the first. He stuns Barrios again there with his right hand. Barrios running in like that. You're going to get caught with a left hook or a right hand. There's a nice jab from Barrios. Caught Ryan with his chin in the air while he was throwing his 1-2. Goes for the right hook to the body now, Barrios. Ryan Garcia responds with his own right hook to the body. Right hand over the top now, and that was the punch. He dropped Barrios. There's a jab and a left hook. That one's blocked. Jab from Garcia again. Barrios backs him up on the ropes. Tries to land a combination, but only gets through with one to the body. There's a nice jab from Garcia. 1-2 from Garcia. Anytime he lands that right hand flush, the knees of Barrios dip. You know, if that keeps happening over these rounds, it's only a matter of time before he goes down again. Body hook misses for Garcia. There's a nice jab though. Right hook again from Garcia and a left hook. Back left hook now to get Barrios off him. That was good footwork as well. 1-2 now from Garcia. The 1-2 uppercut from Garcia and a couple of right hooks behind it. Now a jab. 1-2 again from Garcia. Good fight. Jab from Garcia. One two again from Garcia. Barrios responds with a left hook to the body. Goes for another couple of body shots. A right hand behind it misses. Couple of jabs from Garcia. End the round. Fair gets his round again. So a rough start for the champion so far. To see what he can put into fruition in this next round. And I'm seeing here on Twitter, I can't actually watch the clip. They have to restart the round timer. But apparently the Paramount cut Sean Strickland's mic at the post-fight press conference. Round 4 about to get underway now. Another right hook from Garcia and a jab and a left hook now. Barrios misses his right hand, and there's a right hand clean counter from Ryan Garcia. The jab again. Barrios is thrown with a lot of ferocity now. Punching with intention. Right hook from Garcia. Now a jab and a left hook, right hook again from Garcia. Barrios could be stunned here. I think his legs might be a bit wobbly. Right hook again from Ryan Garcia. Needs to not walk in with his hands down. That'd be handy. That's a good way to get caught. 9 power punches landed for 32 actually for Garrios. Garcia, man. Correct tonight. Nice job there from Barrios. Right hook misses for Garcia. See, Ryan kind of fights in bursts. There's a really good uppercut from Garcia as Barrios comes in. A nice right hook to the body now from him. You know, he'll throw combinations a lot of the time and then he'll take a break. And then back to the combination, then the break. A nice shot up the middle from Garcia. Nice right hand from Barrios. Jab from Garcia now. Oh, there's a huge right hook from Ryan Garcia and Barrios is hurt again. Tries to throw back though this time. Alright, Ryan Garcia fighting very patient in there tonight, very disciplined so far. Jab from him now. Thirty seconds out to go, and there's a right hand again from Ryan Garcia. He doubles up on it. Hanging out, the legs of Barrios feel it every time he gets hit with that shot. There's another straight 1-2 from Ryan Garcia. Misses that left hook though. Nice jab up the middle from Ryan Garcia and again. Misses his left hook. Jab again from Garcia. End around 4. 4-0 Garcia. 3-1 maybe. The last round, but I don't think so. Now they're showing Ryan Garcia practicing the overhand that he got the knockdown with in the first 10 seconds. Backstage before the fight. Round 5 is about to get underway now. Barrios still sitting on the stool there. Round 5 underway. So close again. And Barrios is hurt again with a huge right hand. He's going to go down again here. Legs are very unstable for Mario Barrios. Ryan Garcia with a huge left hook now. Back to the patience again. There's a jab from Garcia. There's a nice straight right hand, and Barrios is really hurt now. Again, as he stumbles to the corner. Fires back with a double jab. Right straight from Garcia again. Hooks now. Barrios is holding on. Left hook to the body now from Ryan Garcia. Jab. That one stung the head of Mario Barrios. Nice 1-2. Left hook misses. Blocked by Barrios there. Garcia trying to throw a right hand in the clinch. Now Barrios come forward. There's a nice hook from Garcia. Connor Ben in the crowd tonight. Right overhand again from Garcia. And left hook now. Ryan Garcia fighting with his hands lower. There's a left hook, right hook combination from him. Left hook to the body now from Garcia. And that one might have hurt Barrios. Huge right hook to the head now. 1-2 from Garcia. Left hook misses now for Garcia. Barrios misses his own right hand. Garcia circles back to the center of the ring. 1-2 now from Garcia. Jab again from Garcia. Right hand misses again for Barrios. He misses another two. Ryan Garcia throwing that left hook now. 1-2 straight again from Ryan Garcia. Clean as you can get. He just keep his hands up. Bit higher. Barrios blocks that left hook. I'm telling you, man, he struggles with speed. And he's also clearly practiced a lot for that left hook, but wasn't prepared for the right hand up the middle. Alright, so we are getting ready for round 6 underway here. Mario Barrios has found himself in the position again where he needs to win every round for a draw at least. That right hand is lightning quick down the middle tonight and it's hurting him. Hurt him on multiple occasions that round, like. Round 6 underway and a huge right hook to open the round again from Ryan Garcia. Jab. Oh, really good left hook to the body from Ryan Garcia. The referee calls it a push as Mario Barrios goes down. That was a good left hook to the body from Garcia. I don't really know. I feel like that maybe should have been a knockdown. I'm not really liking how involved this referee is. Like, let them fight. There's a 1-2 now for Ryan Garcia. Right hand for Barrios. Jab 1-2 for Ryan Garcia. Clean again. That right hand is landing flush every time near enough on Barrios. Nice up jab from Ryan Garcia and a left hook as Barrios comes in. One two from Garcia. Misses that time. Jab now from Garcia. Right hand now from Garcia. Yes, referee, mate. That was normal piece of boxing. Like Ryan Garcia gets an angle and hits Barrios with a right hand, I'm pretty sure. Probably on the ear, behind the ear, and then the referee steps in again. He's like, "Oh, you two all good?" Like, yeah, I'd continue, man. Jab, Ryan Garcia. Right hand of the body now for Garcia. Left hook to the head, and that one landed flush. Great setup from Garcia, and Barrios might have felt that one as he walks backwards now. Right hand misses that time for Garcia. Does still bite on the feints of Barrios. Times there's a really nice jab down the middle. Ooh, combination time right there. He didn't throw it though. Garcia stands there, pings him with a jab again. And a 1-2 to end the round, and the knee step of Barrios again. The end of that round. I want to see that uppercut though to the body. That hook to the body. I want to see that again in the replay. There's another Garcia round, by the way. He's smiling in the corner. See this body shot again. Now he's saying Rang pushed him over, which he kind of did. But it wasn't a lot of them. But you see the jab or the left hook, the landed flush on replay there from Ryan Garcia. Round 7 underway. Barrios comes out with a body jab. 1-2 left hook, right hand for Ryan Garcia. Lightning quick. Left hook now from Ryan Garcia again. And a right hand. Jab from Garcia. Left hook to the body, now right hand to the head. Jab again from 1-2 from Ryan Garcia. They're interviewing Joe Goosen in the corner as Mario Barrios gets hit with a huge right hook. The last time someone got interviewed in the corner against Ryan Garcia, their fighter went down as Barrios eats another huge right hand. Left hook to the body now, and that one drops the hand of Mario Barrios. Joe Goosen's trying to coach his world title opponent, and he's currently getting interviewed in the corner. 1-2 left hook from Ryan Garcia. Up jab now from Ryan Garcia. 1-2 for Garcia again. He shoves Barrios off that time. Trading jabs there. This jab from Garcia. Barrios goes to the body in return. Right hook to the body from Garcia. Goes that left to the head. Doesn't get it. There's a 1-2 left hook, right hook though from Ryan Garcia. The 91 full punches landed for Ryan Garcia. With 279 thrown. 42 landed for Barrios. 151 thrown. Slower pace this round from Ryan Garcia. There's a nice jab though. Barrios closes down the ropes, goes to the body, left hook. That was good work from the champion. The right hook though from Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I mean pretty much Barrios is eating a lot of punches against a fighter you don't want to be eating a lot of punches from. I think that's another Ryan Garcia round. Because even when he's not as active, he's still in control. Still lands the bigger shots. The huge 1-2 left hook, right hand from Ryan Garcia. Again, same shots. As round 9 or round 8 gets underway. Left hook to the body's definitely open for Ryan Garcia. Another right hook from Ryan Garcia. Triple jab now from Garcia. Barrios tries to run in and close the gap, the distance. Some body work from Garcia there in the clinch. Or from Barrios, I mean, sorry. See here, Mannix also has it 7-0 to Garcia, with obviously the knockdown in the first round. Big's pretty undeniable. The right hook to the body from Garcia. Fans have the same way. Nice jab from Garcia. Fighting on that feint again a lot, but even his range is what matters. He lands a nice uppercut to the body there. Double jab right hand from Garcia. Barrios might have been stunned again. He's backing up here. Jab again from Garcia and again. Left hook now for Garcia. I think it might have just barely landed. Left hook to the body on that one lands flush. Jab from Garcia. A clean jab landing is one of the best punches in sport. Seen it the other week with Shakur, now we see it here tonight. And we would have seen it if Richards and Hitchens would have been fighting. Barrios tries to close the range again. And Garcia misses the right hook to the body. That time lands his jab though again. His jab again from Garcia. There's another right hand misses that time for Garcia. The referee once again getting himself as involved as he can be. Let them fight, mate. They're both doing stuff, just let it continue. Jab from Garcia. Barrios tries to unload the body again at the end of the round. Doesn't get it. I think that's Ryan Garcia again. Alright, round 9 about to get underway here. Mario Barrios needs something big going into these last couple of rounds. So he does. There's another clean right hand from Ryan Garcia. Both fighters missed their right hands there. Garcia with his hands up more this round. They interview Henry Garcia now in the corner. Left hook from Garcia there. Jab him again. Nice left hook from Garcia. And for the combination, he dropped Haney with the jab left hook. Another nice jab left hook from Ryan Garcia. Barrios tries to unload in the clinch. Doesn't really get much off though up close. He might land a good body shot or two, but that's about it. Right hook from Garcia, right hand from Garcia. 1, 2, 1. And that last one landed clean from Garcia again. Barrios backs Garcia up, but Garcia uses good movement, good head movement, get out of there. Back to the center of the ring. Jab from Garcia. Barrios tries to go to the body again, gets blocked though. Garcia flicking that jab out there. They hear 25 jabs thrown so far this round for Ryan Garcia. 12 landed as he lands a really nice right hook to the body off a jab to the head. And another 1, 2, 1. Missed the right hook behind it, I think. There's a left hook though for Ryan Garcia. One double jab now from Garcia. Randy Barrios lands a jab of his own. Gets Garcia backed up, but the round ends. Another round for Ryan Garcia. Round 10 about to get underway here. Another left hook for Ryan Garcia. Another right hand now for Garcia. Right hand again, nice jab from Garcia now. Barrios walking forward with that pressure again. Jab again from Garcia. There's a left hook up the middle, and that one hurts Barrios maybe. Uppercut to the body now. 1, 2 from Ryan Garcia. 1, 2 left hook, right hand from Ryan Garcia. Right hand again, but there's a nice uppercut from Barrios on the inside. Barrios is a tough fighter, man. You have to give it to him. And shot from Garcia again. 901 scorecard of Chris Mannix. Same for me. Gavin Garcia now. Barrios backs him up and tries to unload to the body, but Rand's doing his own version of the Philly shell. Probably very effective in blocking those body shots. There's a 1-2 left hook, right hook again from Ryan Garcia. That seems to be his go-to 4-punch combination anyways. Jab from Garcia now. 1-2 uppercut for Ryan Garcia. Or up jab as he looks into the crowd and smiles now. As he lands a left hook, right hand. Looking into the crowd again. Jab again from Garcia, right hook to the body now. Jab from Garcia. Those are his miss. Ryan Garcia taunting again. Jab from Garcia. Right hand from Barrios finally gets through though. Garcia shakes his head. Right hand misses though from Barrios. Jab again from Garcia. Left hook now from Ryan Garcia. That is the end of that round again. Garcia again, probably. Garcia taunts in the corner. You hear that 1-2 and then the left hook behind it lands and the right hand behind it lands for Garcia. Round 11 underway now. Jab from Garcia. Right hook now from Garcia. Jab again. Jab's been key all night for him. Probably been his best shot so far along with that right hand. Double jab from Garcia now. Barrios misses 2 body shots. And Garcia doubling up that jab, trying to close that range again. Been controlling it all night. See if he can get that right hand off again. Circling now from Garcia. He misses a right hook to the body. Barrios tries to fire back but misses 3 punches. Jab from Garcia again. Jab again and again. Garcia's been sharp with that all night as he lands it again. Right hand from Barrios gets over the shoulder roll of Garcia. But he takes it good. Meant to go left in this round. 1-2 now from Garcia. Left hook, right hand now from Garcia as well. That one landed clean. He's fainting now. 1-2 to the body from Barrios. Jab from Garcia again. And again. Misses that uppercut. Barrios misses to the body now. Jab from Garcia again. And again. Snapping head back of Barrios. And Garcia misses that combination. 10 seconds left to go in this round. What can either fighter do? Ryan Garcia taunts him again. 11-0 Ryan Garcia. Like a broken record, but that jab has been perfect all night. Let's hear what Shakur Stevenson has to say as I tweet. Alright, so Shakur Stevenson calls for Ryan Garcia to go for the finish. Says he has Barrios. Barrios has nothing left. It's the 12th round, and if Barrios does have anything left, this is the time to throw it. Both fighters touch gloves in the centre of the ring, and here we go. 12th and final round. 11-0 to Ryan Garcia at the moment with a knockdown in round 1. Practically 12-0 already. Mario Barrios needs something big here in this last round. He wants to keep that world title. Garcia misses the hook there. Of course, says he'd be interested in this fight in the future. Jab from Garcia. Chris Mannix has it 110-98 to Ryan Garcia. That is 11-0. So do I. That jab looks like it knocks something out of Barrios there. Barrios lands a nice right hand though. To the top. Ryan Garcia tried to pressure in. There's a 1-2 though from Garcia. That one landed flush. Barrios got to give it everything he's got here. I mean, if you're someone with a good chin, Ryan Garcia's shoulder roll as he shoves Barrios to the ground there is so awkward. But if you're someone with a good chin like Barrios, getting dropped in the first round with the first clean punch you get hit with is not a good confidence booster for the rest of the fight. Probably affect his confidence a lot. A minute and 15 left here. See what he can do as he gets hit with the left hook. A jab, right hook now. Barrios misses again. 3 punches. Jab again from Ryan Garcia. Barrios misses again. He's Ryan Garcia in the corner. Ryan Garcia escapes. Now lands his own jab again. 10 seconds left. Mario Barrios, what can you do? Ryan Garcia hits him with another clean jab. Causes some damage to that eye, I think. And celebrates, punches the air as he climbs onto the ropes and surely wins this fight by a very wide decision, unanimous. I have it 12-0 with a knockdown, practically 13-0. So that's crazy. Perfect performance from Ryan Garcia. Complete shutout and a knockdown. Unbelievable performance from Ryan Garcia. Now we're just waiting for the official decision. But there is no doubt that it is Ryan Garcia surely for this one. Finally, superstardom may hit for the self-proclaimed king that was left without a crown or a belt for so long. He finally can fulfill that nickname and fill that potential by becoming a world champion and likely rematching Gavin Haney or fighting Shakur Stevenson next. All right, let's hear the official decision. All right, so Ryan Garcia gets it done via 119, 108, 120, 107, and 118, 109. Unanimous decision. What a performance. And I want to hear this post fight interview, so let's hear it from and the new Ryan Garcia. All right, so per usual, very praiseful, very happy. Ryan Garcia says in this fight, he was more improved to use his amateur pedigree. Realized he didn't have to go for the knockout all the time, and that was what was important. What a performance for Ryan Garcia. 12-0, complete domination. Let's hear from Barrios here. All right, so Barrios pretty much just admits that was, he just was. Ryan Garcia was just a better man in there the night, better boxer, the better fighter, and yeah, Ryan Garcia finally achieves his goal to become world champion. Defeats Mario Barrios, drops him, dominates him, wins every round, to become the WBC welterweight world champion, and hits a new level of superstardom as he will likely take on Shakur Stevenson or Conor Benn next. Both of those will be absolutely huge fights. So look, whatever is next for Ryan Garcia, it is guaranteed to be a mega fight. What a performance. 12-0 is not something you usually see in a world title fight, especially with the knockdown as well, and the amount of times Ryan Garcia hurt Mario Barrios even coming up a weight class. Kid's got power, always will, by the looks of it. Carries it brilliantly up weight classes, and that speed never changes. Unbelievable performance from Ryan Garcia. That jab and the footwork all night as well. I mean, really, what else is there to say? What a performance. As he finally achieves the goal of becoming world champion. After he fought Hank, didn't get it, fought Haney, wasn't able to fight for it. Fought Romero, wasn't able to get it. Finally, he defeats Mario Barrios and wins the WBC Welterweight World Championship. What a performance from Ryan Garcia. I'll be I'd be extremely excited, I'd be extremely hyped for that Shakur Stevenson fight to happen next. See Gennady Golovkin here ringside. I just like to also shout out to him for saving Olympic amateur boxing. But as I was saying, Ryan Garcia, look, Shakur's defense is as sharp as ever, sharp as can be, and we've seen what he was able to do against an aggressive fighter like Teofimo Lopez. But still, in my opinion, no one carries the speed and the power of Ryan Garcia, and that is always going to be a threat to any fighter. Anything that you get caught with could spell the end or end up with you getting dropped. That can happen to any fighter. So yeah, should be very interesting to see what's next. If it's Conor Ben, I think I would take Garcia in that fight as well. So I think there's way more opens in Conor Ben. You know, he's seen Eubank even in the second fight there was able to land the right hand a couple of times flush on Ben. There's a lot of opens in his defense. The difference from his offense to defense is huge. So yeah, look, that is a wrap, as we could finally say. Sean Strickland defeats Alexander Fluffy Hernandez via round 3 TKO. And then we get some huge knockouts from Maddock and Costa as well, and Smith on there on the UFC Houston card. Then we come over to here. Gary Antoine Russell gets a unanimous decision victory. And then Ryan Garcia puts on complete dominance, drops the champion in the first 30 seconds, and becomes the new WBC welterweight world champion. It is currently, this is my favorite part, times, it is currently 6:15 in the morning, and this is what you gotta do. Shout out to anyone that come along. Um, Make sure to subscribe, follow, like, whatever you can do to support the channel. Be greatly appreciated. Come back for more. I'll be away next Friday, and you'll see a load of interviews coming up from a new dawn in Belfast, as you will see some of the brightest talent displayed from this country, from some of the brightest, some of the best boxing skills. I believe you'll see some of the best amateur pedigree you'll find in up and coming pros. Make sure to catch these fighters while they're early. Names like Connor Quinn on there. Then you have Bernardo Marime. He's also a very big name going to be coming up. Race Owens, sharp fighter. A lot more fighters that I probably am struggling to think of right now because it is so late. Shout out to everyone on that card. And once again, it's a great card put on by Hammer Boxing, Paddy McCrory, and Colin Sports with Jamie Conlon. I'll be doing interviews and stuff there. Ryan Garcia gets the win here tonight. And what else? Moreno, Kavanagh will be live for that next weekend as well. And yeah, another great night for boxing. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for coming along, anyone's watched this whole time. Much appreciated. Make sure to run up the likes on the stream. Please subscribe. Please. And yeah, 6:16 in the morning. Sounds like a Drake song or something, but that is going to be all here today. Over here on SCS Combat. It has been a great time watching these fights, and I'll be back next week. Thank you to everyone's come along, and once again, no matter where you are in the world, if it's nighttime, if it's morning time, if it's daytime, evening time, have a good day, have a good night, do whatever. Yeah, let's go. Stay positive out there. Let's go.